And back on the Orange and Brown Talk podcast, we will change the focus now entirely to the Browns as we continue our position reviews and we look at the offensive line. As I've done in our first two, I have a few questions that I want to throw out there. The offensive line is still pretty stable. You know, it came into this season as the strength of this team. There were injuries, some depth issues were exposed, again, because a guy like Chris Hubbard gets hurt. That obviously hurt you when you needed to dig even deeper into your depth. I want to start with the tackle position because that's sort of where I think we have to start with any discussion on the line, because that's where the questions are right now. And we will get to the big one in the middle of the line here at some point too. But right now, the tackle position, I want to ask each of you, how confident are you right now in the Browns tackle position for 2022? Obviously, Jed Wills going into year 3, and Mary Kay, we've got Jack Conklin trying to come back from a pretty serious injury.
You know what? Right now, my confidence level in the tackle position is not anywhere near as high as it was heading into 2021, because I really thought that Jed Wills was going to take that step up in 2021, maybe possibly even up into a Pro Bowl caliber type of tackle or a pre-Pro Bowl type, where he would seem to be on that sort of trajectory. That's certainly what you want when you draft somebody number 10 overall. That's what you're hoping for. So I expected bigger things from him in his second season, once he had acclimated to the left side of the line, opposite from where he played at Alabama. So there was that. And then you can always count on Jack Conklin to be playing at a Pro Bowl level or an all-pro level. And so I felt, very strong. I think everybody did heading into 2021. Then, of course, Jack Conklin spends most of the season injured, knee, dislocated elbow, and then later torn patella, for which he underwent surgery, 6 to 12 month injury. And now that side of the line is uncertain heading into the season. Now, we haven't heard the medical reports yet. We don't know where they think he is in terms of being healthy for the start of the season, but there's a chance he could be there, and there's a chance he might not be ready until October, November, in the worst case scenario, maybe even December. So I think they have to be looking at a replacement right tackle for Jack Conklin. Maybe that guy is Jed Wills. Maybe they move Jed over and see what they can do. But Jed finished 56th according to Pro Football Focus in the NFL. That's nowhere near good enough. And so I think they have issues on both sides, and they need to address them in a big way.
Yeah, I guess I would be more concerned with Conklin and when and how he comes back. At the very least, I think they need to make sure they are stable at swing tackle. Like they have somebody that they can count on, and they know that if this guy has to start 8 games, they can live with that. Maybe Hubbard was that guy. But he too, obviously, is, coming off an injury as well. So, and as far as Wills goes, yeah, he took a step back. I guess I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt on the ankle and just kind of not getting into the swing of things. I guess I'm more concerned about Conklin's situation than Wills.
Yeah, the Wills thing was interesting because he suffered that ankle injury in week 1 and just could not finish games. He kept trying to go out there. It was a few, I don't remember exactly how many games it was in a row, but he kept leaving games.
3 of them.
Yeah, it really felt like it sort of felt similar, and not completely similar to the Baker situation, but it felt like the Browns were trying to push Jed a little bit. And the way they talked about him playing through the injury and fighting through the injury, it really felt like they were trying to sort of, hey, you got to do this, you got to play through it. But at the same time, it was pretty clear that was going to be a struggle for him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that they did want him to adopt a little bit more of that warrior mentality that exists on that offensive line with everybody else out there. I mean, you can see what Wyatt Teller has done. You can see what Joel Bitonio, J.C. Treader have done in terms of playing injured or not being able to practice during the week and then going out there on Sunday. And I think that they were trying to instill that, hey, you've got to be out there. You've got to answer the bell no matter what. And he really struggled with that because he was in a horrible amount of pain, and it affected his performance so much that, that I think that it may have started to hurt his confidence a little bit. And then at the end of the season, you heard Wyatt Teller talking about offering to help Jed and having him come here and work out with him a little bit and sort of showing him the ropes in terms of, what it takes to get to the level that now Wyatt and Joel are, which is a Pro Bowl level. I think, James Hudson is somebody to, I think you have to look at him and wonder if he's going to be able to take that step up next season, that 25% jump that you like to see from rookie to second year. And if he can, that solves your swing tackle problem at least. So he's somebody to keep an eye on over the next few months.
Yeah, and again, he took a lot of heat for that performance against Pittsburgh, but I think as we've seen, it wasn't all on him, right? There were some plays where the ball got held a little bit or didn't come out when it was supposed to, and he did have some good reps going against a guy like TJ Watt. So yeah. I don't think we can rest too much on that performance.